وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سدد لساني نور جناني صفي أماني وزد براي. Viewers of Echo from Touba, welcome again to the program. Today we happy, very delighted to have a guest, Mr. El Haji Samb, or SERIGNE El Haji Samb. He's from, he went to the university, Cheikh Anta Diop University. Today our topic will be the strength of information and communication technologies. He's, the right person to talk to because he's the president of budget. He's going to tell us the signification of that and founder of the Smart Training Center. He's going to come back to that, inshallah. But first, long life to Al Khalif, Sheikh Muntaha. May Allah give him strength to continue the great work he's having. And also, salam to my Sheikh Murtada of Sheikh Abdul Ahad. To everyone, again, we just did the Magal and the Mawlid Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. May Allah give us long life to celebrate it. Many more years to come. Brother El Haji Samb, welcome to Echo from Touba.
Thank you very much, my dear Fallu. I'm very happy to be invited to this very important program. And I thank you and all the people that are watching us for the time being. And I'm very happy to be here in order to exchange with you.
Alhamdulillah, always my pleasure to welcome youngsters here to talk about development, something that's going to benefit our community, especially the Murid community. Always a pleasure to have youngsters like the brother sitting next to me, Mr. El Haji Samb. My first question, straight up, because we have a lot of questions. Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
So we talk about technology, you know about it. I just want to know the origin of it, how everything started in Senegal.
Technology is not from Senegal, not from Africa.
Right.
This is something that we should know.
That's already debatable, though.
Yes, for sure.
I'm not going to go back to Egypt, but
for sure. But the concept itself, technology, came from Harvard professor, a very famous Harvard professor who theorized the technology itself, the word technology itself, because basically we had many words that came out. People was talking about many things, but the word technology itself came from Harvard University. And if we see even the sources of technology, Harvard is a very important place.
The Lexus of it.
Yes, for sure. Why? Because it is a place where, I will come on it, where Facebook came from, where many others platform, but Harvard is a basis. But coming to Senegal and Africa, I think that the year 2000 was very relevant.
Driving force.
Yes, not first, but it was very relevant in the development of technology in Senegal. I just wanted to make you know that here in Senegal, in West Africa, we have a very good network. Very good network. If we take the example of Senegal, from the other countries of the sub-region, Senegal is one of the countries that have the best network. And also the fact of having the network, the best network, and even now we are talking about 5G.
Right.
Yes, we go to 5th generation. We was in the 4th generation. Now you're going to the 5th generation, right? So Senegal has a very good network. So it's understandable that having a good network is very useful for having a good technology device and also good technology development. So I think the year 2022 was extremely relevant in this case.
And we in 2023, tell me, what is it I can point out to say this is the real development of technology? Because it's hard to see for like a regular guy like me.
Yeah, but not very hard to see. I was at the very beginning of the program watching Touba Kanam.
Right.
That's a technology.
Right.
The fact of
have a new platform
having a platform of money banking that can gather a lot of money wherever you are. You can just use the platform for participating. The Muridia people is one of the, I think, is one of the leverages of I think, the technologies. And also, if we see now the country, we are in the digitalization now. We see everything is computerized. Everything is computerized. And when we see the way it developed, maybe after we will come on, is it positive development or negative development?
UVS as an example, you know, the virtual universities.
Yeah, sure. The virtual university is a very good program, even though I think it needs to be improved. But it is a good program, and I think that in the coming year, we'll go there. No matter we want it or not, we'll go there.
It looks good.
Yeah, we'll go there.
But and also, Brother Elaji Sam, when we talk about technology, there's a link between technology. Forcibly, we'll talk about information. What is the relationship between these two?
Yeah, now we are talking about ICT. ICT means information, technology, information and communication technology. This came after when we are talking about WWW, which means World Wide Web. The web allows the world to be connected. Now we are in the world that is a small village, and everybody understands it. I think our program that we are doing now will be broadcasted everywhere in the world. And talking about information, technology is a good way to give information. It is even the best way for giving information. A long time ago, people was giving information using other means that was old, like man-to-man speaking, like letter writing,
beating drums,
typewriting, and even now, if you see a typewriter, you will kind of smile, right? You know? So the information technology, technology is a way of delivering information and giving it in an instant way, because it was quite difficult to have information live. You remember, we had just one television, if you remember, and sometimes having instant program was not easy. Now with your phone, we are talking about a television on pocket with your phone. Every time you are connected, every time you are getting no matter what information in time, and that is the strength when we talk revolution. That's a good revolution.
Right. And I see also when we talk about the like you said, technology, information. Now, as youngsters or newcomers in that field, because you just say 2000.
Yeah. And
are we ready to embrace that new technology? Are we ready?
For me, if I can tell you, truth be told, for me, Senegalese people got the technology without being ready. For me. Why do I say that? Because we was in a period of having one tool, one gadget, without getting the information that is appropriate. It was laid down not a long time ago that people know the new development of technology, the new software have been taught in our universities. At the very beginning, we had the material. Yes, because Senegalese people are travelers. They are sending computers to their wives that don't even know how to turn it on. They send mobile phones that are a three-dimensional mobile phone without even knowing how to use it. This is what happened with technology. And that's even the reason why we are seeing all these problems coming out, having all these the bad use of the tool, because it is a gadget. When you give a child you know, a gun, he can take it and shot himself because he don't know what this is for. But when you train him, give him, I can give another example. It is what is called double-edged sword. A sword, a knife. If I give you a knife, you can use it in a positive way,
or in a negative
you can also use it in a negative way. But basically, if I don't give you all the information about it, you are more likely to use it in a negative
way
than a positive way. I think that's a real problem. We got the gadget and the tool without getting the
proper training.
Yes, the appropriate even knowledge. Even knowledge.
But how is gonna the issue on that? Because I don't know if there's any light under the tunnel on that. Because the programmation of, for instance, Cas de Tout Petit, huts for youngsters that former President Abdoulaye Wade had for the country, and we had child to learn early basics of informations and train them, educate them, and that was a beautiful way. I don't know if they're still doing that. But for you, for instance, what is the canals which we should use to really educate people on computers, on technology?
Right. Computer itself speaks. Computer speaks. Technology speaks. Technology educates also. That's what people don't say. That's why I'm really happy to have this kind of framework in order to explain, because sometimes it looks like people are always focusing on the negative aspects of technology. There is a platform that is called Google Classroom that you can get even in your phone with Play Store, and even with a pass of 200, only 200, you can have a class of 2 hours.
200 what?
200 CFA only, with a Google platform that is called Google Classroom.
But where are we going to get the information? I mean, this country is all politics.
The problem is
that's a sad part of it,
that's such a problem, and that's why I'm saying we don't have the right information. We don't have the right information. People, when I say technology, every time people talk about computer, talking about laptop, talking about. But first, I told you Touba Sakam, it is a technology. Touba Chikanam is a technology. Television is a technology.
Absolutely.
And now, if we analyze the fact that Senegal is part of the West African countries that are not one of the biggest countries, but technology as a tool started to spread all over the world. And Senegal was victim like other countries to get the tool without having the process. And a while ago you were talking about Cas de Tout Petit and what we train. What do we train them on? That's a question. In technology there are different studies. I give you one example. We have what is called the language of programs. We have that's called computer programmers. When you go to the bank, for example, and you are waiting, they call you your bank account. It is from a system that is a technology system that allow you wherever you are in the world to see that Fallu guy write using some codes. We have coding, coding that allow to make a website. And this is coding, and we code by using data, and the data's using data and dots, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Coding, you are just using those tools, and there is what is called multimedia infographic. That's what we're doing now. Program, designing. Video making, preparation, all is technology, and money banking. And now we are talking about digital technology. So you see how wide is it? And the problem is we don't frame it. We just say technology, and we don't try to frame it accordingly. That's a real problem for me.
Anytime I think about the agricultures, with all the money they've been giving them every year through tickets, I'm like, well, we're on the digital time. How come people are not thinking about it? Whoever first create a platform that really pays these peasants, I'm sure it's going to be a big plus in the, for the country.
For sure.
So glad to have youngsters, smart minds like our brothers here, inshallah, Alaji Samb, Alaj Samb graduated from Cheikh Anta Diop University. He's about to do his PhD. He's from the English department. You know, we're talking about strength of information, communication, and technology. He's the president elite of Budget. Budget is the name of his company, actually, Smart Training Center. The denomination of that. Brother, but first, I mean, anytime if you want to join us, you can follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Please don't forget to click on the button to inshallah be part of the community of Echo from Touba. We're on Facebook and all the social media platform. We talked about the benefits of technology. We're going to talk about the other part of it. If you go on the mainstream in Senegal, when you talk about communication technology, they just think Facebook, YouTube, like I just mentioned.
Yes.
It's all it stops there. But and the content is sometimes really degraded because of what people are saying or doing. Tell me about the negative part. Is it having an impact in our society right now?
Absolutely, absolutely, my brother. You know, technology, if we don't try to do our best in order to try to limitate the users, I think that it will be a kind of bomb. And I'm not, the word is right, you know, it is a kind of bomb. The negative aspect of technology are, I think, we have more negative than positive if we take a poor country. For the rich countries, we can have more positive than negative. But for poor countries where there is just a limited numbers of people having the possibility to frame, to train, and to understand, we have more negative aspects. For about this negative aspect, the first thing, it is misunderstanding and misuse that leads to many damages. Let me give you an example. Social media is now available to everyone. And every data that is put on social media, even though you delete it, it is saved in the system. That's what people don't know. Even though you put, and I'm sorry for telling that, putting a naked video with a person that is naked and put it on the web, you decide to remove it. It is removed on you, but it stay in the system. And now you see that young people access to the technology. And even I saw one of my my nephew using the phone, and understanding even better than his father, And what the problem here? They can get in what we call the bad sides, because there are pedophiles inside, there are criminals inside, there are even people that are training them by giving them negative things like genders, like LGBT. They receive many negative things without even knowing the impact. And I would like to focus on the social media. Now people can just take their phones and making live. And this live, they even dare speaking bad to people. Astaghfirullah. Sometimes they speaking bad to even our religious leaders. And notice that in a country like Senegal, where the state government, even though somebody speak bad on the state government, they have the possibility to find you where you are. So why not being able to find people where they are when they are talking about our institution? Me, Sheikh Ahmad Bamba is one of our, it is our institution. It is our everything. So I think that the negative sides of technology, if we was to talking about it, the first thing is the impact on young people. It is not controlled. Yes, we don't control the access. Number one, there are a lot of fake news, a lot of fake news that is playing the role of education. Because if we educate you with fake news, you are liable to believe in what people say.
Absolutely.
And the other aspect is the what is called the virus. Sometimes when people listen to the word virus, they think that it is a virus that destroys the phone. No, this is not true.
Those are from the hackers?
Yes,
right.
It's from hackers. Somebody like you accessing to your phone in the same way that you access it.
And disturb it.
And disturb it. And use your personal information. You remember, I think 6 months ago, the platform of the presidency of Republic, all the institutions of the government were
William Assange, for instance.
Yes, you see, that's a good information.
Right.
And Julian Assange, I like giving his story. When he was young, his dad gave him a laptop, right? And he was passionate of HTML. HTML, it is the language of system.
Right.
And he was to such extent that he could read the emails of the people. Even when you send an email to me, yes, he could. And he was young. And when he grew up, he was able to take the information of the words of the discussion between presidents.
No kidding.
The word that was prevented.
Very high IQ then.
For sure.
Right.
And after he created WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks is a platform where we have all the secret information of government. Absolutely. So you see,
there's this other guy, American, also who ran to Russia.
So Snowden.
Also a movie about Snowden.
And there is also many examples here in Senegal. Right. Somebody, I will not say the name, he was working in a company, a big company in Senegal, but he was a man that was smart in technology. They accepted him as an intern, and the intern was so long that he decided to destroy all the system. Right. And the
he got away with it?
Yes, and the company lost 2 billion.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you. I think I know who you're talking about.
No,
so that's the negative part of it. If you watch sometime on Facebook, you see every other citizen, and I'm sure they have the right to do that. But I don't think a citizen should go and really do wrong to other citizens. You know, and you don't have no proof. And everything you said can be debunked sometime. You just said, I'm going to, in the most part of it, I'm going to be live in 5 minutes. I'm like, who's going to be live? And you, instead of bringing information that's valuable or beneficial, you just come on people. This guy did that, this woman did that. This guy, I mean, as a Muslim, we've been trained, especially being worried to respect others, even if you have negative informations. About even if you read Surah Nur of the Quran, and Allah told the people, when you heard of that message, that is very damageable message, you should have said it doesn't happen, because a Muslim should defend his brother before anything. So we're seeing people going on live and saying negative things on people. Is it that can disrupt the tranquility or the peace of country? Is it a new menace? I
really think that technology comes in order to make what people didn't know in the past. And now technology is a tool in order to disseminate it. All the things that you're talking about was things which happened before technology. So now the problem is that technology is giving strength to those things. You know, when somebody, you know, you're Senegalese, I'm Senegalese. Senegalese people, when they are happy, it is when we see information, he has killed somebody, messing up people, telling bad things. This is what I think one of things that they like. This is a Senegalese mentality. But before technology, we didn't see that.
Maybe we were doing it in the room.
We were doing it in the room, and the people that did it, a reliable media will never invite somebody who is doing that.
Absolutely.
And they didn't have access to all the platform that will allow them to be famous. Now, with your phone, you can make a live. You know, a live in Facebook doesn't require any technology. You just have a Facebook account, and then you put live, and if you are followed by people, they can see that. So for me, these things are one of the technology amplification, because it is playing also the role of disseminating what existed in the past. And people, you know, we had the ihsan, I think, you know, there are things that you didn't dare disseminate. But now, you know, it is disseminated easily. But from my understanding, still now we have people that are not following those people, because these people you are talking about are followers.
They have a lot of followers.
A lot of followers. There are a lot of followers.
There's a lot of people who tend to just want to listen to negative things, because most of them are not educated. So is it there? I'm going to jump into because of the culprit. There's a lot of people doing negative stuff right now.
Yeah.
Is it then these I mean schools of Senegal that teaches for journalism, they should maybe they change their way of teaching, but it's about time to really incorporate a new method of teaching them new technology. Because I'm sure, I always say that any morning I kind of wake up and listen, for instance, to the front page of newspapers and see what is the titles. That really tells me about the limits of journalism in Senegal. It's all from 1 to 42nd. It's all about politics. No technology, no advanced, nothing. I mean, isn't it about time to re-educate or change really the method of our teaching our school of journalism? Because I'm sure, I think, if journalists are up front in this fight with all the tools, the knowledge, all the positive learning they had from their own school, I'm sure you're not gonna find someone that can bring you benefits and leave them there and listen to others.
Absolutely.
So is it so?
Absolutely. I think you know the schools in Senegal, they haven't reached it now. Those proficiency in terms of education, because when we talk about education, the first thing is knowledge. The second thing is efficiency, and we are talking about education.
Absolutely.
But education that you get at the family is different. Technology is just a tool. When I put a laptop here, a tablet or a phone, without even touching it, it can't do anything. It is unique. It can't do anything. But it is the people themselves that are able to make it good or not good. If you follow the journalism, in America they used to say that a cat that has bitten a man is not an information, but a man that has bitten a cat, that's a real information. That's a journalism mentalism. But if we are a poor country like us, and we want to develop, and thanks to God, we receive a tool that can help us to develop. And Senegalese people are very smart, are very intelligent. The way that they are using technologies in the negative aspect, I think that our leaders have a very important role. Because if we have a good process, because that's what we say in our smart training center. Yes, we say people, processing, and unit. People,
processing,
yes, and unit. And then technology comes after. Because when you have a right people and the right technology, and then you try to frame it in a system that is a system that is controlled by somebody on top. There is what is called the ADI. It is an agency that is controlling everything relating to technology, and this is a government. It is a government agency. But do they give them all the strength to have the ability to follow people that are doing negative things? I can tell you, those people having accounts and using Facebook, we can track them. We are many.
But how? It's going to be impossible. I mean, you cannot shut them down if, like for instance, I mean, this other platform, what is the name of it? Chat, something like that. Not Facebook, the other one,
Snapchat.
TikTok is kind of a, I mean, not allowed in Senegal,
absolutely.
but still people don't follow it.
Absolutely, but you know the problem is
right.
Senegalese people. That's why I say how smart they are.
Right.
They are further than the government in the understanding those tools. You remember, yes. Some month ago, in the period of riots in Senegal, internet was limited. So people found a way to connect because with your phone, you know, there are many browsers. When you want to connect, you can connect from America, you can connect from Gambia, you can connect from everywhere if you want. This is not this way that we limit it. We should have a good system and work with those platforms.
Absolutely.
Facebook is a company. Google is a company. And a company, I think the government...
But all they're looking for is profits, those kind
absolutely,
of companies.
but the government has a right
when he has this interview with, at the Senate, you heard his answers.
Yes, for sure.
You know that it's all about money.
Yes, that's normal. But I think that the fact of collaborating with them, Google have an office here.
They do.
All those companies, they have office here. And the fact of TikTok, you have the example of Habilam that is a Senegalese. Maybe we cannot say that he's doing bad thing, but he have managed to be one of the most famous people.
He took advantage of it.
Yeah,
so taking advantage of technology, that's what I'm saying. Is it Senegal have to really brace up and go ahead and use it? Because the government, the only positive way I see them using fully technology when there's election. They know how to how to have these voters and how to use election to really go ahead and use technology fully.
Absolutely.
So is it time for the government to, like I told you about insinuating on agriculture, the payment for these agricultures and stuff like that. There's many departments that could be they could have used technology in order to promote development on that.
You know, all the sectors can be developed thanks to technology. Agriculture, breeding, schooling, and education can be developed by technology. And this is because we don't have the right men to the right places. Here in Senegal, we have one of our people who are the best people in other countries. They are created many platforms, many software that have developed many things all around the world. And if we take the example of agriculture, you know, the country that where the agriculture is most developed in the world, they don't have a good running system. But it is thanks to technology. You see now they are...
Is that Israel?
Yes, Israel. You know it, right. Israel, it's not raining a lot in Israel.
And there, my mind goes to Gaza. They've been bombed every day, every night. They are in a very close vicinity, have all these bombs dropping on them. There's over close to 2,000 deaths, close over 1,000 injured. It's a sad situation.
That's a very sad
something very hard to watch. May Allah bring peace over there.
Amen. Since they are Muslim with us, we pray for them. And coming from what I said a while ago, technology used in a positive way can trigger many things that are positive in the country. And we are people we are young. Our people are young. And the young people are very, they are very interested in technology. They are very interested. I've seen a lot of innovation, that we can even quote here. But in agriculture, the network is available at least in many sections in the country. And this is not just a matter of network. Having a tool that allows to draw the water from somewhere to another way, it is technology. We are now able to use technology in agriculture, and we have started it. We are now the agri-data, that is a system of using data technology in order to identify the places where we have some fruits, some vegetables. And in the education, I would like to focus on it. You see, we will go I taught it in the period of COVID-19 when I was invited in one television in Senegal. I told them that COVID-19 has opened our eyes to tell us use technology because this is where you are going.
Absolutely.
In the period of COVID, the school was closed, and even now the universities was closed.
Right.
And if we had the intelligence,
I don't think even if there wasn't COVID, people, Africa or the government will be like engaged in technology.
absolutely.
COVID was like a
COVID
big push.
was
Right.
pushing
Right.
us,
Like
opening
you guys
our
have to do
eyes.
technology.
You have to
you
do
know?
it.
Right.
You
right.
have to do it.
Right.
And I told you that Google Classroom, and Google Classroom is just one platform that we can use, even with your phone.
Right.
Every parent in Dakar and in a region, they are giving to their children tablets, and the children are using tablet to play.
Right. Right.
Everything they are doing is playing,
Right.
but they don't even know how much thing that they can do in the tablet. The Google platform, the Google Classroom platform allow the child to get inside and get the lesson and be one-to-one with a teacher.
Right.
And there are a lot of classes. And now I give an example of somebody who learned Quran thanks to technology. When I go sometime on the mosque, sometime I don't have my khasaid. I take my phone. And I think it's not forbidden.
Right.
With my phone, I read the khasaid. I have learned many surah
But
thanks
things
to.
are so negative. When you see people sitting in the mosque and opening their phone, you be like, I'm sure they're not on Facebook or something.
I think we are a bit late on it because this is the education that we have on technology. So such extent that we are always seeing the negative aspect. That's the reason why even when you take your phone for learning khasaid, some people think that, oh, he's joking or acting like that.
So being so away or drifted apart from this new technology that is really up there, really on top, and seeing also those people who lead us. I mean, meaning American, European, Chinese, especially these days, and see the advance of quantum technology, computing, quantum computing, and also IA, intelligence, computing, I mean, artificial intelligence, and see how they really running instead of even walking or scrolling. Doesn't scare you really where we're heading with technology?
Really, it scares me in a case, but also it makes me understand that we are very far.
We haven't understand level 1 yet, and level 2 is really heading to level 5.
That's the problem of Senegalese people. I always say, there is the primary sector, secondary sector, sector number 3, number 4. Now we are very far, but Senegal hasn't developed the first part first. We have to go step by step. I would advise the government, if you want to focus on technology, let's start with how to develop agriculture, breeding, and our primary sector with technology, and it's possible. And then before going to the highest technology, 3 dimension, 4th dimension, we are not on this stage yet. Now, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is the one who created Apple. Mark Zuckerberg was the one who created Facebook. And Bill Gates was the one who created Microsoft. But if you see where they started,
in the garage,
in the they
but
was
obviously they had help from government. There's people who came in with money and help them, got them out of there. That's what I'm saying. Is it like the government should have been the backbone of that, helping the nexus? Like you have your own company. What you call them again? Budget.
The smart training center. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, is it any contact? You guys should have been together. For I've heard, thanks to the brother who's really taking advantage of technology. Salam to brother Maram Kaire. Maram Kaire, a very smart dude. That's the guy. Actually, it was named after him. And also, there was a film that was done by NASA. NASA who went to get to learn all the remnants of Sheikh Mbacke Bousso and also SERIGNE, the Touré Sheikh.
Amazing.
Right. And there's a movie that is on now called Senegal Star Chases. I think it's going to be on RTS soon. Hopefully, Brother Maram will give us authorization to have that on Echo from Touba. So certainly, there's many Senegalese who really want to have changes because they know the opportunity of technology where that can take us. But like I'm going to come back to that. I think we should, leave the didactical way of teaching. From primary school, second, and people don't know nothing about technology. And now in our social life, I think technology is everywhere. I don't know what's stopping Senegalese people to really use the advantage of it, and there's no other unity or people who can do that if that's not the government.
The government is an institution. And I said a while ago, people first, and the tools and the processing. The people are here. The tools are here. But the processing, if as a government, you need to support those who have fresh ideas. But if we see here in Senegal, I can give you many examples. For example, there was a young boy who created an application on Play Store and App Store, an app that allow you to know what is the bus coming, which number is coming, when it's coming, so that you can know the time that you can wait for the bus. There is an app for agriculture. There is an app that allows. But
there's any company.
For health.
What I'm saying is, like, I heard they building something in Diamniadio, I think.
Yes.
That is a very beautiful initiative.
That's the first
I mean,
step.
if someone realize or create a new thing, I think the first thing, the basic thing is that you have a place to go and
Absolutely.
deliver.
But they don't support us. Unfortunately, I don't think they don't support them. Even those who are helping to develop, they are not supported. They are mainly supported by the private, the companies coming from the international organization and so forth. But I think that young people, because it's a pity that those we know and those we follow and those we see are only the one who are doing negative things.
Absolutely.
But on the other side, we have a lot of people. There's no platform for them and no support.
And the method of America and like Silicon Valley, what do they do? Most of the time, when they have like kids like, well, when he was a young guy, doing things like Bill Gates, he said, and Mark Zuckerberg, what they did is all these are registered, and then there's places where you have billionaires coming, and they show them these works. And they have names on them, number 1, 2 that belongs to this guy, number 2, number 3, and then those guys would do the financing. I mean, I'm not saying government have to give out money to you. I'm sure you any government
we don't receive any from the government.
But the minimum they can do is promote you in terms of information, putting you out there. Make sure to make the people, the people who want to invest in that,
for sure,
understand that there's a product that can be beneficial. That's how government can do.
For sure, and that's
if they ignore you, I'm sure.
That's why, and this is a case. This is a case. Many technicians of technology, and technology, it is large. The technician is the computer programmer. Me, I'm not a computer programmer, but the computer programmers that are creating application, that are creating platform and software, they don't receive any support. And most of them, they don't even stay here. They got a scholarship and go work for other countries.
I don't blame them.
And we can't blame them. We can't blame them. And those people like us, because we on our centers, we are trying to help by giving training in software like Word, like Excel, because this is the first step. We have to train people. If you get the right training.
Have you ever seen any television crew coming and trying to take you there, see what you're doing? Or because the television contents here in Senegal, what they do is 24 politics.
Yes, for sure.
It hurts really want to watch TV in Senegal.
You know, the television also, they are
they're
also
part of the problem, I think.
Yes, I think journalists, I think they need, and the training, as you said a while ago, should go further from the training school itself to train them on how to promote the development. Because, you know, when I take an example of a platform, because we have some platforms that are connecting platforms, that connect people from different spaces, and that allow them to disseminate what they are doing good, so that people that want to support can see them, identify them, and support them.
Absolutely.
This is possible. And we have a lot of companies that have been created by youngsters, but they don't have procurement. They you know, and sometimes this is very difficult. But me, I invite them for not, you know, don't give up. That's what they say. Me on COVID-19, my company went bankrupt. I didn't give up. I tried to rebuild and try to move forward.
Mashallah.
Yeah, and as a Muslim, as a murid also, I can't you know, give up, because this is the education given by the Sheikh.
Absolutely.
Itself.
If you just join us, thank you for following Echo from Touba. Once again, salam to Brother Ali Chon and family here of Echo from Touba and Lamfal Television. If you're watching abroad, follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, like the button on Facebook. We available again on social media. This is what we're promoting, promoting first peace. That's what the world needs. You know, economy to develop our continent, our country. Because if you see, you know, it's mind-boggling when you see the amount of children, of youngsters leaving this country. You know, crossing to go to Europe. Europe is not like it used to be, and this is, you just have to go there and suffer again for most of the people. Going to America, people now sleeping in parks. You know, don't think if you have no education, you haven't learned much, you can go to those countries and just, you know, have a wonderful life, have it going on. That's not what's happening. So, I mean, they're not responsible. We are the responsible one here in this country. We need to educate people. Like I told you on television, the role of television, the content, should be really educate, inform, and entertainment. It's not just entertainment. This is what, you know, it's 24 entertainment. And don't think people are taking it nicely or easily. It hurts when we watch television of Senegal, and I'm sure everyone is watching it. You go to most of the people now, you know, they watch, you know, television from abroad because they just want to stay away from what they're broadcasting here in this country. And I think that's very sad.
I wanted to say something about those young people dying in the sea. You know, our parents, when we were young, most of the time, what we had was hope. From house to from our house to school, you have hope in order to get your degrees. After getting your degrees, you have hope for getting job. After getting job, you hope to have a family, a wife, children. But I think this hope start to disappear on the mind of young people. Because when somebody don't have hope anymore, that's a problem. I remember I told to my wife, when I was watching Senegalese who won the African Cup, and I saw a crowd of people that was welcoming the football players. And there is a picture, one time I will send it to you, a picture showing millions of people surrounding the car of the players. And if you try to analyze those people that have nothing to do and that don't have hope, if those people decide to you know, to rise up, I think that will be a very serious problem.
But someone have to be the driving force of that. They cannot just, a population cannot do that by itself. That's why we elect in government.
Yeah.
That's why people we have leaders, religious leaders.
Sure.
That's why we have people that is
but
like.
are they listening to those religious leaders?
Absolutely.
That's a question.
Well,
also.
you don't know. I'm saying is they need. I mean, they're youngsters. They just. I mean, for me personally, I think the main thing we should really base everything is education. We have to educate these children, because when you educate you first on the religious side, and second on the other side, when that thing you call vocable, you call hope will stay.
Sure.
But if you're not educated, because people have to understand that what makes a person happy, what makes you brighten your life, it's not about money. That's the problem. Absolutely. I mean, the richest guy, they might be listening to me right now. The richest people of the world, they have a problem they cannot solve right now.
Absolutely.
And they tell you what makes you happy is not what is in your pocket. That's what's in your brain. And what they put in your brain, the knowledge you have like right now, for instance, you will not exchange it for nothing.
For
like
sure.
you just said, during
that's
COVID.
That's what make me live.
Absolutely. In COVID time, you had some difficult time, some barriers, but those hurdles, you have to just jump over them.
Absolutely.
What made you jump, that's the strength you found on your education.
For sure.
And I think that's what we should do.
And I even remember a sentence that say, when your life is committed to God, and you fear only God and God alone, nobody can control you. Nobody.
Right.
And in your mind, everything that you will do it having in mind that there's nobody but God.
Absolutely.
And I can't blame the young people that go to die in the sea. I can't blame them. I also don't even understand why until now we have authorities, and the authorities, I can tell you, are solving the problem they would like to solve. I told you a while ago that if somebody's staying outside and injuring the president, and the government found out a way to go and take it where he is, so why not try to work on how to identify those people who are wasting, who are messing up our space. The space is messed up. And so such extent that if you want to be famous, you have to go on television, go make a live and say negative things. And in this way, this is an education, because young people access those tools. Many people, all the young people have phones.
Absolutely.
Even the child, they have phones. They are using those apps. I think that we need to re-educate, and this comes from a connection between religious leaders and government leaders.
And government as well. I think we over about 2 minutes now before we finish up. We cannot talk about technology without how we should use it as Murid community or Tijani for the writings of our guides. Serigne Touba, who is one of the leads of those who wrote in the world. We have Hasidas, those exceptional assets we have in our hands. How are we going to promote that on with the help of new technology?
I'm very happy to reply this question, because now if you go to Play Store, if you have a phone that is using Play Store, if you have an iPhone, you go to Apple Store. We have a lot of apps. We call them apps, application, and where you can learn Khasaid easily. You have an application like Muslim Pro that is the most famous, where every time my phone, when it's time to pray, my phone will ring to tell me that it's time for prayer. And when you want to learn, there is a lot of application that you can use. And I think that it is here, it is available. With our phone, let's go to Google and let's just click on Murid, on Touba, Khasida. We have a lot of applications that we can use in order to learn Khasida and in order to move forward. I think that the things are here.
Do you see a link when, Alhamdulillah, salam to the brother, the Hizb ut-Tarqiyyah community, Serigne Youssou Diop, with the new Khasida house they have in Touba? I think it's going to be a huge help.
And you see that house was built in technology structure.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
If you go to the house,
Right.
this is a house with a part that is dedicated to technology.
Right, right.
And this is amazing and beautiful.
That's going to be, you can add up your salam alaikum because time is over.
Very happy.
Thank you, thank
Very
you.
happy.
What is he going to say last though, your last words?
I really would like to thank you.
Right.
And I really encourage what you are doing.
Alhamdulillah.
Because you are promoting good things.
Right.
And you don't just focus on what we should do, but you focus on how we do it, and I think that's good.
Absolutely.
And Lampfal also, and I thank every people who are watching us, but I really thank you again, and I'm very happy for sharing this program.
You're welcome, brother Elijah Sam, and thanks for coming. It's not going to be your first time, but I'm sure it's going to be a sequel on technology, because you know that's what matters right now.
Yes.
In order to have a better life here in Africa and of course abroad. Again, my heart goes to the Palestinians in Gaza. We cannot say it more or enough. What's happening to those Muslim fellows is just hard to watch. May Allah help them all the way, inshallah. This is it. Echo from Touba. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Jërëjëf di Serigne Touba. Jaarama Maam Cheikh Ibrahima Fall. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming, bro.
Thank you very much.
Jërëjëf.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jërëjëf. Am na solo.
Non, sant na.
Am na solo.